Hello YouTube fans, just me and me dog and I. Me dog and me talking the usual bullshitter there. As you know, I'm off for a few weeks, so I figured what the fuck, why not? Now, I've been looking at the stands. I know, I say I wouldn't, but the stands have been doing good. The stands, people, for people that may or may not know this, I've been doing that Pity Jean line again. The Pity Jean line, and guess what, people? England has gone down. In all fair said and done, England has gone down a lot. But this is a bit, right? This is a bit where I'm doing you, the people, a favour. Because Boris Johnson won't say anything. Your scientists, which you've got set fear and fear-mongering news, will also do the same fucking thing. Because that's what they do lately. This is what this rant is sort of about. People. It goes to people. Are you not sick of what's in the fucking news? Listen to your fucking scientists like your Tis Not So Ritis and all your other scientists. Isn't it funny, right? This is coming from the heart. Isn't it funny that every scientist from the University of Know-It-All, from somebody of this and some fancy logo word, says the same thing? Says the same thing. Now what's this, right? It's a true story. It's on YouTube. And it was on this guy who has a channel like me. Right? I'm not going to name him. But what he said got my interest. Because every scientist said the same fucking thing. Every different, I should say, every different scientist had turned round and said the same fucking thing. It must have been the same scientist when I think about it. Where they've turned round and said that it's going to get worse in winter. Do me way I fucking imitate a lawn. It's going to be worse in winter. The next scientist from another university or another fucking etnopical fancy word, it's going to get worse in winter. Every one of them, same word. None of them have turned around and said, hey, you know what? We're not had a lockdown. You know something? We're going down. Hey, you want to know something? That vaccine programme we're doing must be working because it's going down. We're not in a lockdown and it's going down. It's working. Hey, people, guess what? The vaccine programme, it must be doing results now because it's gone down. And you know what? We're not had a lockdown. Not a single one. Not the fucking news, not the fucking scientists, not Tis Not So Ritty, which was the box there. No, I haven't seen one scientist, right, who looks like my ass. Looks as miserable as fucking, like he's just come out of a fucking funeral. Miserable as fuck. Same bullshit. Oh, it's going bad. Worse is yet to come. Bore me your fucking feet. Bore me a river. And that's what it is, people, without looking for my dog. That is what it is. It's the same fucking record over and over again. So I'm doing you all a favour now by showing you that the arrows has been pointing down. That your Boris the Dollis has turned round. Said about the masts. Said about, oh, it's better to work at home and be a slob. So I'm doing you a favour because the scientists won't do it. The fucking news. I'll laugh because we already know what they'll say. And the thing with the news is, you've got to understand the news will repeat itself. Different contexts, but the same fucking word. Just repeats itself over and over again and treat you like your dada. I, on the other hand, don't do that. I treat people with respect. So I'm treating you with respect now. Right? I'm treating you all with respect right here, right now. Right? We've been going down in England, but the news doesn't tell you that bit. You go on the news, you get a dramatic photo, which will look like a fucking horror film. I'll say it again. It'll look like an horror film. It'll look like something out of Nightmare on Elm Street. It'll look like something out of an horror movie. Seriously, it'll look like a freaking horror movie. Right? And that's what it will look like. It will look like a fucking horror film. Because that's what the fucking fear-mongering news does. You got to understand, people, the news makes a big story. It's a big sensation. Instead of things getting better, like, hey, you know what? The arrows have been going down. You know what? We didn't have a lockdown. Hey, Boris, you don't have to do is that type aching now. We've been going down. Hey, Boris, you don't have to be an over strict prick now. We're going down. Your program's working. Now leave the fucking kids alone. Get that Negro away from that kid. Work on the older, and the vulnerable, because they're going to need a hell of a lot more than a kid who is 12 and is 15. Tis Witter, leave them fucking kids alone. And let's get back to normality. You know what? I went to my bank today. And you know what's so fucking professing? Not a single one of them were wearing a mask. I'm not complaining, I'm happy. Because I don't want to wear a fucking mask. I think a mask is a load of shit. I'm happy it's foreign, sir, meaning it's up to you to wear one or not to wear one. But not a single one has worn a mask. Not a single one. Thank you. I didn't know I had a dog. Thanks, Lucy. My dog, by the way. Yeah, but not a single one person wore a mask. It felt like the good old days on an illness which is more dangerous to the elderly. It is more dangerous to people who are vulnerable. It is more dangerous if you're overweight. Without saying an horrible word there. You know, I always say the sang word there. But yeah, people have got a weight problem because not everybody lives on Big Macs. Right, there you go, see? Even I could be nice sometimes, not ignorant. But honest, every fucking scientist, every one of them, I am so fucking fed up. And this goes for every scientist. I hope you watch these scientists. That goes for the Tis Wittis and every other scientist of dick. Why is it every one of you say the same thing? Not a single one of you does a theory of thinking, you know what? Let's see if this vaccine works. You know what? Let's check our data. Hey, guess what, people? The data's going down. Hey, guess what? We didn't have a lockdown. There's a medical. Not a single one. Not a single scientist will do that. You get here. Not a single scientist will do that. Every scientist, people, every scientist has come up with the same trap. Every scientist has come up with the same bollocks. This was a person, I watched them on YouTube on their channel, and it's funny, it's just priceless. Every scientist has said the same shit. Oh, it's going to get worse in winter. Oh, it's going to be the worst winter ever. For all the scientists who have said that, why is it every one of you has paid the same record? This goes to every scientist. Why is it you have said the same record? This goes to every scientist. Number one, people, before we had COVID, the old people died of another illness near winter time. And I know I'm going to repeat it, but why not? They keep boring us, saying it's going to get worse, and not a single one of them tries to look for another answer. It's always the same answer. Old people died of pneumonia. This was well before COVID. I'm not being an arsehole. Everybody knows this. Old people die of pneumonia, right? People die of cancer. People die of AIDS. People die every day with illnesses. That's what I'm getting at. They die with illnesses. So before you write on the death certificate that they died of COVID, no. Big amount of people in winter time die of COVID. Well, see, fucking me head up. Big amount of people who are old will die of pneumonia. But it's vulnerable, you see. It's vulnerable that there's a lot of illnesses around. There's a lot of illnesses where people will get ill. People will get ill. You know, because it's like common. You know, I could get a common cold because it's winter. It's not because I've got COVID, it's because it's winter. So it's just an easy scapegoat to put COVID on it. Oh, I've got a runny nose. Oh, you've got COVID. Oh, I'm dying of a cold. Oh, you've got COVID. Oh, my dick's fell off. Oh, you've got COVID. See what I mean? It's an easy number. That's why I want the old people to get the third dose. Because they can't add that on a fucking death certificate. When we all know that before we ever had COVID, people, they had another illness for the elderly. It was called pneumonia. Scientists, the physics, take you for physics out. Why is it every scientist, and that goes to every scientist I'm watching this, why is it not a single one of you look at anything different and give people hope? That goes for the news, but we'll repeat the same shit. Why is it it's never anything different? I am sick of seeing the same shit on the news. I am sick of every scientist what don't give people hope and got to always add the same statistics into them. Be smart, be safe. I spend an hour looking for my dog, and I'll see you later.